the fans would still like to see David Benavidez fight Canelo, even though he has a fight lined up with Demetrius Andrade, which I have no issues with. My only problem is, why would we wait to put him through some damage as far as fighting Demetrius Andrade and Caleb Plant? No, people have to realize. I know people think David Benavidez is 250 at 168, but he's 168 on fight day. I mean, at the weigh-in. So why try to put him through that much punishment at the age he is? Nobody's taking that kind of punishment at fighting Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andrade in the same year. The things that we're asking him to do, so we're gonna ask him to fight Demetrius Andrade, Caleb Plant, and Canelo in 24 months. Now ask me anybody else who's doing stuff like that. No one. So off the bat, man, he has to have respect, win or lose, when he takes these fights. I don't care what other fighter y'all co-signing, win or lose, man. He got to take these. He got to get recognition for this, because the stuff people are asking for is outrageous now. Because no one else is even trying to fight one of these guys, and we gonna have him fight all three. And why does it have to be now? He's been asking for the fight. I wouldn't try to put him in a situation. If I was his trainers, I wouldn't try to put him in a situation where, yeah, let's flip around and fight Canelo. I mean, I would like to see him fight Canelo. I feel like he still have a chance, but it's almost looking like a setup. Like, he's not even an option for an Andrade fight. Canelo's not even an option for an Andrade fight. So why are we just gonna pick Benavidez? I don't understand that. So what if Andrade wins? If he wins, you still gonna pick Benavidez? That's not fair. Trying to go around Andrade even if he wins. So even if he wins, that's why Canelo is hoping, praying. Even though, man, this is the only reason. Like, I'm very biased about going for Demetrius Andrade, because if Benavidez win, Canelo's still gonna try to use the excuse. It's not like him fighting. So do fans really think that Demetrius Andrade fighting and beating Benavidez is gonna make him want to fight Demetrius Andrade even more? And let me flip that around. So what does if people say Demetrius Andrade is a horrible fighter and you don't want to pay that, what does Benavidez beating him, how is that gonna get him a Canelo fight? So Canelo's gonna give him a chance? Like, the narratives people have out here is ridiculous. Like, the fact that they even know Andre is a good fighter, they still trying to like cover it up with little hints here and there, stuff that fighters get blackballed behind. Because I'm not saying he is now, but I'm just saying the stuff like he's not an option for Canelo fight at all, but Benavidez is an option if you. So what's so what if he loses? He's still an option over the guy that wins? That doesn't make any sense. Come on now. The guy so the guy that's going to be considered the number one top contender, he's not going to be an option, but give the guy who's going to lose an option. I'm not saying that Benavidez is going to lose. I'm just saying if he does in that scenario, people aren't even considering that scenario. They just think, oh yeah, Benavidez, he'll win, and Canelo will fight him. What? Like, for people to even mention that is disrespectful. Like, to even consider that Benavidez is just gonna walk through this guy and Canelo should fight him next, cause Canelo should fight him no matter what. No matter what, he should fight him. If he loses, Canelo has fought guys who have losses. He should fight guys that fans want to see. It shouldn't be just, oh yeah, Benavidez, and if Andre wins, we still want to see Benavidez. Man, that's why boxing is becoming so trash now. I'm not gonna lie. If Canelo can fight Andre and Benavidez, I want to see that. But he would have been did it already. Let's be realistic now. If the girl liked you, she would have talked to you already. It's a whole situation like that. You would have had the number. If you could have got the number, you would have had it already. It ain't it. That shit, they moving on, man. This is a career fight right here. This is possibly fight of the year right now. Watch. See me in about 60 days and see if it's a fight of the year. Watch. But what I'm saying is, to have these kind of roadblocks and then try to fit other guys in, like, well, we could do this for Benavidez, but Andre, he doesn't have a chance. So it's not even realistic, man. Like, the stuff people's doing, and they're sitting up here saying that he's not really going to be able to beat Benavidez because of his age and his skills, and he's not fought anyone and things like that. Man, I keep hearing the same thing, and then a lot of guys are showing fake love right now. They trying to say, oh yeah, I knew he would be able to have a chance against Benavidez. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because you still got guys out here who's not even having him as an option for Canelo. I don't care about the fight no more. I was waiting on that fight 8-9 years ago. I don't really care about the fight. Most of the guys Canelo fought 8 or 9 years ago, they retired or they just gone somewhere. They're not in the game no more. You still got him in the game, undefeated. Him and Benavidez. Benavidez feels like he's been around a long time because he's been fighting nothing but top dogs since he's been in here. He was one of them guys during the pandemic that was knocking everybody off. And people was like, yeah, Caleb Plant, he has no chance against Caleb Plant. Okay. And you see what he did, right? Through combinations and everything on Caleb Plant. The feet just not gonna do it. You gotta punch in this stuff. You can't just sit around just be on a track meet and think you're gonna win the fight. Not with Benavidez. He gonna try to outpunch you, so trying to use your footwork. I mean, if you can do it for 12 rounds and you got the kind of stamina to do it, well, that'll work. But when he starts to lean on you and throw combinations, it's not gonna go well. He should be an option for Canelo now. Canelo should say now, hey, I'll fight the winner of this fight. He don't even want to say it. And I'm all right with Canelo. I mean, I'm cool with it, but for people, the fans need to start putting pressure on him. Ain't nobody putting pressure on him. People want to see Benavidez fight, and we want to see Andre fight. I bet the Andre and Benavidez fight be way bigger than what guys say. I bet all the guys that sit around here talk down on both of these guys gonna watch the fight. I know they're gonna try to say, oh, I'm watching it because of Benavidez. Yeah, okay. All right. Like you watch every Benavidez fight. Yeah, right. You know what time it is. But like Benavidez say, he gonna try to be one of the greatest of his era. Try to be the greatest of his era. And that's what he doing. That's why I respect him, man. Take the hard fights. I'm tired of all these other fighters. I've been said Benavidez was one of my favorite fighters about 5 years ago. That boy, man, he been taking the hard fights. The fights guys taking at 30, he was taking at 22, 23. You got guys out here fighting guys I have never even heard of. And I've been watching boxing the last 12, 13 years hardcore. Almost every day. I'm talking about every day. I don't hear nothing about these guys, man. Some of these guys from overseas, the people overseas don't even know them. Then you got promotional companies I never heard of. Man, I'm not trying to see this kind of boxing no more. We got too many guys, man. It's too top heavy. Everybody has 50 top fighters right now in divisions that can have fights. That's why the younger guys right now, they're the ones eating right now. Don't get it twisted. If you think like the guys who's 30-something years old, they're eating, they're not. They're not getting $3, $4, $5 million 3 or 4 times a year. They're not doing that. Guys been doing that already. Some of these young guys moving up to 7, 10, 15, 20. Then you got guys out here holding out for one fight for $20 million. Man, come on, man. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys, man, like these older boxers, they starting to get phased out because they looking for paydays. You can get your payday by getting in the ring. Like, let's be honest. A lot of these guys don't want to get in the ring. And you see, a lot of these guys that say, oh, Terrence Crawford, he ain't fought nobody at 47. They haven't fought anybody at 47. Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia got about 1 or 2 wins at 47, so let's just be real. 47 was a joke. It always been a joke. 47, way too high. Way too high. It was good when you had Adrian Bonner and everybody in there, but 47 way too hype now, man. You got guys now, they think like it's just the weight classes, man. Benavidez is a fighter that's just gonna change this whole era. Like if you go back and look at the dates he started at during the pandemic and all that, he's been pedal to the metal the whole time. Whether it's Canelo, Caleb Plant, everybody he's called out so far, he's actually fought them and said he was gonna do what he's gonna do. Just like Canelo said his excuse of not fighting David Benavidez was he only fought one champion, Andre Durrell. Or Anthony Durrell, one of them. Forgot. I'm like, man, come on, man. Because he fought Durrell, that's the only reason? That's the only reason. Because of Durrell. Okay. He fought Caleb Plant just now. Now people saying because he didn't get the knockout. Now I got to get the knockout? Now I got to get the knockout. That's crazy. But I know one thing I do know that a lot of guys that Benavidez fights that's like undersized or kind of undersized, or they came up from 54 and 60. A lot of people was like, well, he fought a 60 pounder. But you see those same guys sparring with Canelo though, right? So Canelo must see some of his opponents. He don't just spar with anybody, and everybody knows that. Let's be honest, Canelo just don't spar with any kind of person. If he spars with somebody, they got to be somewhat of the real deal, or a very, very good fighter, and respected in the industry. And Benavidez got opponents over there that he's fought that's sparring with Canelo, and guess what? Canelo's a 68. So guess what? That means Benavidez has been fighting some very skilled boxers on his resume. It's sad that I gotta say that. It's sad that I gotta say that Benavidez is one of the most feared boxers, and he's a guy that needs a chance. And then you have people trying to put him in a way, a roadblock. They're using certain guys as roadblocks. Like, I seen one person say that Benavidez should fight Crawford. Come on, man. Some of the most ridiculous stuff. And guess what? Fans agreed, man. They just said 154 Charlo was too big for Crawford. Now 168 Benavidez is an option. Canelo not an option, but yeah, let's start fight Benavidez. That don't even make any sense. Then people try to say, well, Andre said Crawford should come up here. This is not his weight class. Yeah, of course he's gonna say that. That's what he's supposed to say. But also he does know that I haven't even got a fight up here, so I hope he get one. I hope it's against me so I can have a fight. I don't know, probably promotion, but I know he was dead serious. But nah, man. I'm not trying to hear that, man. A lot of this stuff is going way too far. We got Benavidez. He's not even getting thought of as somebody who needs a Canelo fight last year, but this year, after he put his body through all this damage and these hard fights, yeah, he gonna be ready. Like, what? Nobody else has to go through fighting Caleb Plant. Cause I know I seen Caleb Plant's resume, and most of the guys he's fought, they haven't came from fighting Canelo or no other big guys. I know the Durrell, he fought Durrell, and Durrell was someone that Benavidez fought. And I guess that people thought that because Plant KO'd Durrell that he was gonna do the same thing with Benavidez. Nah, not gonna happen. He know what Benavidez was. Benavidez did everything he said he was gonna do. Then he's hunting down older guys, man. He's hunting down guys that's 6, 7 years, 8 years older than him. Hunting these guys down. Man, I wish I would have some guy out of my age bracket trying to make something work. Man, you crazy. But you got guys out here saying Benavidez shouldn't be an option for Canelo because he hasn't done enough. Who has done enough? I don't. That's why I'm so upset about the Charlo thing. I'm like, man, if Charlo gonna go in there, I know he gonna try to go for the KO. Man, he ain't even try to go for the KO. That's why I'm saying, like, man, Benavidez, he has to be an option for anybody if they want at 168. See what people want to happen in the industry. They want Benavidez and Andre to cancel each other out. So let's just say Andre does win, and they say, nah, we don't feel like fighting Andre. He don't bring enough tickets. That's basically what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, we'll fight Benavidez though. Benavidez be like, yeah, I'll fight. Win or lose, right? He'll be like, yeah, I'll fight. He fights Canelo. Then you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna sit up here and have this guy in a situation where he just came out this hard fight, and now they're gonna say, yeah, go ahead and get in the ring with Canelo. I know you just had this hard fight against Andre, but we feel like you're ready. After a loss and everything. There's no other options out there for Canelo right now. I would like to think there are, but Carlos Adames and these other guys, I know he's not jumping in with Janovic. That's not going to sell any tickets. At 68, I don't know. Bivol still hanging around. I don't feel like that's a fight that he's said about making, especially with PBC. I'm pretty sure they're going to have their own situations going on. But I feel like Benavidez is going to remain an option no matter what. I feel like this fight, I just don't want this fight to be something that people take the negative from over a loss and stuff, and try to say these guys aren't options for Canelo or anybody else. Because once you get a loss and fans see you in a big fight, they try to do you like Earl Spence. See, they won't say how Manny Pacquiao got knocked out to sleep, and then he got in the ring with Floyd after that. But with certain boxers, when you get a loss and they don't like you, they're just gonna try to drag it. You see how they did the Wilder thing? But guess what? They still watching third fight, the fight after that, they still gonna watch him again. A lot of people use his name for promo, so Benavidez, he's in that position where he's gonna be in the same position as Wilder was, where he's gonna be known for hard, big fights. And anytime he shows up, people are gonna spend their money. That's what it's all about. It's about selling tickets at the end of the day. There's a lot of guys that got a lot of losses. But if you go in a room with him and a guy who's undefeated, they probably going to cheer for the guy who got a lot of losses more than the guy who got undefeated. And Manny Pacquiao, he got a few losses and he gets a lot more attention. Benavidez is going for the glory, man. He's taking the hard fights. But a lot of people these days, they don't want to give certain people attention because there's so much of a fan of a boxer. I mean, there's guys that I've seen Floyd fight other guys, and I'm like, man, you know, that's not. Even though I like Floyd, I support him. I still like the other guy. I'm gonna watch him later on. I'm gonna see his other fights. I'm gonna see who else he's fighting. I mean, people did it with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. A lot of people didn't know Tyson Fury, but they still supported him and watched him and all that other stuff. But a lot of people didn't know him. But they'll turn around and still watch your fight though, and consider you an option when they hear your name.